Hey, we're about to start the show, and you know the drill. If you've been here before and you have something important to share, please add a capital letter Q to your comment. And if you are watching live for the first time, please let us know by writing the word new, and we'll give you a nice little welcome. Enjoy the broadcast. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, where we clear our throats on a regular basis, and where we celebrate connections. It's all about connections here at Coffee and Headlines. Connections between ourselves as members of a local English-speaking community here in Puerto Vallarta. Connections with our city, what the things that are going on and whatnot. Connections with Mexico and its culture. It is a pleasure to be with you today and every single day. Today is Friday 26th, and we start in the too much information department. I just had to laugh because usually what I wear is the shirt that I wore the previous afternoon. Even if it's a little stinky, you wouldn't know that because you're not here. And yesterday afternoon, I wore this shirt to my music appreciation presentation. And this morning, I just put it on like 2 minutes ago, and I sat down on my chair. And as I sat down on my chair and I looked down at my Midlands, and I had to laugh because usually I'm wearing my comfy shorts because, for better or worse, I'm at my home. But check this out. Too much information. Oh, you cannot even see them. Hold on. Oh, no. Well, let's just say that I have a pair of shorts that are exactly the same color as this shirt. So I was listening to the intro music and I looked down and I'm like, my God, Paco, you look like a fucking canary. But that's okay. It's not about what I wear. It's about the connections that we make. And speaking of connections, I have a few comments to make, some news to share, and I'm looking at some wonderful comments from yesterday's Liber Tango presentation. Oh my God, I had so much fun. I put my heart and soul into this one. I always do, but this one was a tough cookie to break, and I'm happy it was well received. More details coming up later on. First, let's take a look at a few things that caught my attention today. Of course, we always welcome your membership renewals, but if you're planning on going to the bank on Wednesday to get some moolah, to renew your membership for Coffee and Headlines, or whatever it is that you need money for, please remember that Labor Day is celebrated this coming Wednesday in Mexico, and banks will be closed. Of course, ATMs will be working as usual, but no deposits, no withdrawals, no public or people or live or in-person interaction. And that is this coming Wednesday. I also want to let you know that in case you need to visit the U.S. Consulate in Guadalajara for whatever reason, it will not be located in Colonia Americana after July, as the new facilities that have been under construction for some time are expected to open that month. The new facility is located in a neighborhood within Guadalajara called Fraccionamiento Monreal. It will have its own parking, and it will be able to handle as many as 2,000 appointments per day. Yay for anyone needing the services of the U.S. Consulate. And this article on nepotism on display here in Puerto Vallarta is more of a commentary by Vallarta Independiente, but I thought I would bring it up for some context as we're getting closer and closer to the mayoral elections. Now, nepotism has been rampant in Mexican politics since forever, and I'm sure it may be common elsewhere, as in other countries. And but in this particular presidential period, President Lopez Obrador has been under a lot of pressure as his sons are under constant scrutiny, the projects that they embark on, and the alliances that they make, and so forth and so on. And of course, President Lopez Obrador has made it clear that in the Morena party, which he represents, there is no room for nepotism. The article then contrasts the president's position with what's actually going on in Puerto Vallarta, with Mayor Michel, or the former mayor, who left his office, and then his wife was nominated by the Morena party to become the next mayor for Puerto Vallarta. And who is the alternate candidate? None other than their daughter. And it's worth recalling that the former mayor's wife was considered only because he was not able to seek re-election due to gender parity guidelines, which brings me back to my original thought of Chuyita Lopez, the wife of former Mayor Michel, as the next mayor of Puerto Vallarta. She has, to my knowledge, very little experience in the political realm. So one has to wonder who will really be running the show if she wins the election for mayor. Will it be former Mayor Luis Michel? Will it be their sons, who have been constantly accused of meddling in their local political affairs? All I know is there is no way I am voting for her, and that is not news. That is just my personal opinion. And now, boom, 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 let us turn over to... No, not that. This has been the week of wrong button pushing, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what's going on. I need to reprogram my buttons. I need to reprogram my brain. That's what I need. And here is the weather forecast. Oh, that's rich. Snarky Weather says, if U.S. presidents can get immunity for murdering their enemies, I hope it's not too late to get on the ballot. Oh, I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. Things are so interesting up north, but hopefully you are not majorly affected by all that stuff. If you are in Puerto Vallarta, I am not, but it's been kind of amusing to follow the whole thing. It is 27 degrees out there. Humidity is at 46%, and our weather forecast for today says humid with mostly cloudy skies throughout the day, a high of 29 and a low of 19. Then tomorrow, Saturday, will be humid with mostly cloudy skies throughout the day, a high of 29 and a low of 18. And then on Sunday, again, humid with clear skies throughout the day, a high of 28 and a low of 16. We are slowly and steadily approaching highs of 30 degrees Celsius, which is when I officially say to myself, Paco, just get into the swimming pool, find one, and enjoy it. And I think that's going to happen on Sunday. Yay! So I want to report, and I'm not looking at your beautiful comments. I will in a second. But yesterday we had a great time at Liber Tango. 10 beautiful people showed up and watched, including a friend or an acquaintance that I haven't seen in a while that is affiliated with local tango activities. I have known that for many years there has been a tango dancing community spearheaded primarily by a wonderful couple from California by the name of Al and Barbara Garvey. They are now in their 90s and they still dance. But, yesterday as I was preparing my final notes for the presentation, I went into Facebook to see if there was still any signs of activity of the local um, group of people that go and get together on a weekly basis and dance the tango here in Puerto Vallarta at the JB Dance Club on Francisco Medina Asensio. I couldn't find anything, but I was pleasantly surprised that two members of that community showed up for the presentation yesterday, including my friend Elena. And I was happy to learn that there is still a weekly gathering, a weekly milonga for anyone that wishes to learn how to tango or wishes to dance tango. This happens at JB Dance Club in Francisco Medina Asensio. Um, Unfortunately, I could not find any updates on Facebook as to these activities. So my selfish wish, not for myself, because I'm personally not interested in learning how to dance a tango, but my selfish wish so that we can broadcast it is that the local tango community will be more generous with their sharing of information moving forward, as that would be the only way in which we can promote whatever it is that they're doing. Of course, as I've been announcing, my next presentation will not be in person. It will be this coming Monday at 4 p.m. That'll be the timing which we do it live online. Tickets are available on the Buy Me a Coffee page. We've been announcing this for a few days. And of course, if you're not able to watch it live on Monday, it will be available on demand for you to watch whenever you want. Sometime after that, we will make an online version of Liber Tango for you to enjoy. And of course, my next in-person presentation will be on Thursday, May 9, which is coming quite quickly, actually. What's so funny? Unveiling the humorous side of classical music, where we will explore musicians that have made it a living to be funny while they play classical music. We will look at funny classical music, in other words, words that were composed to make people laugh. And, with social media and YouTube and bloggers and all that stuff, there are so many funny classical music fails online. I will gather the funniest ones I can find. So this should be a really fun time. Last but not least, oh no, there's more. Oh my goodness. There's more. I want to give you a reminder of the next Silent Disco Walk hosted by drag queen diva Karma, which will take place on Thursday, May 2nd, from 6:30 to 8 p.m. starting at the Centro Cultural Quale. This is a fun time to put on some headphones and dance along the street without falling down, along with other enthusiasts of disco music. We've seen the videos and it looks like a lot of fun. I certainly want to do this at some point, but I can't this particular occasion, but maybe some of you would like to join this fun event. I also want to let you know that the next Kiteboarding Festival is coming to Buceria sometime mid-May. We don't know the exact, actually we do know the exact date because it was not published on this article, but I found it elsewhere. It will be from May 17 to May 19. This is an occasion that draws competitors in several modalities of this sport from different places around the world and certainly from Mexico. So it is an interesting competition to participate in if you are a kite surfer. And for those of us that do not kite surf or kiteboard, it is always a fun excuse to spend an afternoon in Bucerias and watch the color spectacle. As an aside, this article that I'm referencing comes from Vallarta Opina, which is considered one of the reputable sources of information here in Puerto Vallarta. But for the life of me, I don't know how it is that these sources of information talk about these things without taking the trouble of finding out the actual dates or maybe providing a link for more information. But that's just me. I don't want to overload the broadcast with ranting. So we move right on to another article that praises our favorite tacos, our favorite food, which is tacos, of course. In this one, we learned that according to the online street food guide Taste Atlas, tacos are in fifth place worldwide when it comes to favorite street food. And when it comes to the top 100, 18 dishes from Mexico are on the top 100 list. Not bad. And you can check out all the details in the article once it's published in the show notes. And speaking about publishing, right after the broadcast, I will publish the new watching links and registration form for the next edition of the Spotlight, which will be again live this coming Wednesday at 4 p.m. If you want to watch, that would be awesome. If you know of anyone that is organizing any kind of event that is open to the public, takes place in Puerto Vallarta, and has a specific date, we don't care what it is, as long as it fits those three categories. If you want to come and tell us about your event, all you have to do is follow the instructions, and I've provided a how-to video in the show notes, which I have been showcasing all this week and probably will continue to showcase. Please excuse me if it bores you, but we really want this new broadcast to take off and be successful, or at least I do. The day you tell me, Paco, you're wasting your time, do better things for us here at Coffee and Headlines, I'll be happy to stop. But I think the idea has wheels, even if it takes a while to blossom. And that's what I have for you today. Let me turn over the page and see what you have for me as far as comments and questions, which I love to read every morning. Let's see. Bim, bim, bim. Lots of good mornings. Thank you very much. Betsy, you are a trooper. It is always so wonderful to see you at the music appreciation presentations. Thank you so much for your comment. Albert, thank you so much for your comment. I am so glad you enjoyed Liber Tango. Let's see what else we have. Mihal says Liber Tango was wonderful. Thank you very much. Den says great music presentation by Paco last night. Oh, you guys are so awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. When I match my shirt and my shorts, Kathy says I look like I'm wearing pajamas. That's exactly what Luna said to me when I sat down next to her. Let's see. Question. Will you be giving Luna the day off in celebration of Labor Day? The question is, will she be giving me the day off? Which I don't think she will. But that's okay. Thank you for asking, Chris. We'd like to keep each other busy around the house. But last night, it's so funny because sometimes, this is just an aside, sometimes she definitely wants quality slumber time. And what she does is she starts meowing, and I'll be sitting here in the living room. And then when I get up, she walks to the food if she's hungry, or she walks into my other bedroom if she wants to play. But if she just wants to chill and cuddle, she walks into the bedroom, jumps on the bed, and keeps meowing. And she kept doing that last night when I came back home. So it's nice to have a pet that is somewhat predictable. Oh, Angelica, don't get me started. Yes, the Morena party is really, really wanting to keep holding on to that bone here in Puerto Vallarta. I hope they fail. I do. And Jim, it was such a pleasure to see you again. Jim has just purchased a place. If I can be, I'm sure it's not exclusive information, but Jim has recently joined the Versailles Club. So if you are all living in Versailles, please give Jim a lovely welcome because he is in the neighborhood. It was great to see you, and it was great to see you, to watch you enjoying all the videos from yesterday's presentation. Purim pam pam pam. Had no idea what we were walking into with Liber Tango and learned lots as usual. Thank you very much, Brian. And then let's see. Oh, thank you, Mateo. This isn't the first time that an English-speaking touring company comes to Mexico. A few years ago, the Book of Mormon was done in Mexico City by a Broadway company as well. Well, for the increasing number of people that speak English and are living in Mexico, I suppose this is good news. So we'll have to wait and see how the tickets sell out for this upcoming presentation of Mean Girls. I believe we said that the tickets would go on sale this coming Sunday. I think that's what the news item said. So all I can think of is another excuse to go to Guadalajara. I say bring them on. Yes, we love our Guadalajara excursions. And I think that's what we have for today. Yes. As always, thank you very much for keeping me company. Thank you very much to those of you who have already purchased tickets for the Mexican Songs online presentation. Any way that you find it comfortable or useful or meaningful to support our different projects goes a long way for all of us to continue being of service to you. And that's precisely what I'm going to do now. I'm going to continue working on this, that, and the other. This afternoon, I'm having the pleasure of having dinner with the lovely Michael Beaufort and his partner, and then I will make a quick stop at the open house at the Vallarta Co-work to meet the new owner and see what's going on over there. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Take care.